You're getting so big. You're not going to fit into this sweater anymore. And I'm not going to be able to zoom you around in the air.
It's all right. I'll just give her a ride in my plane. You taking her to the park?
Is that all right?
Yeah, it's fine. But after yesterday, there's probably a bunch of scum-sucking parasites on the front step. They're going to want to take your picture and ask you a bunch of dumb questions.
We'll go out the back way.
Don't let anybody near that kid.
Bye-bye. I never do, Mr. Manning. So did you finally get some sleep?
Yeah. I just kept having this nightmare that there was some psycho in my house trying to get to my daughter, and then I'm like, oh, well, that's not a nightmare. It really happened. You look awful.
I didn't get any sleep either. I was afraid to close my eyes. So I was thinking about how you were feeling responsible, somehow, for Patrick's death. And I think you have the same two options that you had last night. You can tell me everything, and we can go to Bo, or you can let it go and learn to live with it.
Like I don't already have enough on my conscience.
There is one more option. I'm your lawyer. Anything you tell me is strictly confidential, so you can unload, and I can listen in a professional capacity. I will not tell a soul.
So you're asking me to trust you?
Yes.
I don't think so, Counselor.
Well, Todd, you must be very happy. You couldn't ask for an uglier story. Shooting rampage claims the life of Llanview University professor Patrick Thornhart and 2 unknown gunmen. Banner scribe Mel Hayes in critical condition. Bloody trail leads to home of Sun publisher Todd Manning. Wife and child unharmed. No thanks to you, Todd. Doreen, how's Mel?
He's all right. He's gonna make it.
Oh, thank God. How are you holding on?
I'm exhausted, but I'm very grateful.
Sure. Come on in. It's a fresh pot of coffee.
Oh, thanks. You know, the hardest part was telling him about Patrick. I didn't want to, but he insisted on hearing. It was the last thing he needed to hear.
Yeah, well, I'm having a very hard time accepting it myself. You know, Patrick was one of the closest friends I've ever had, and now he's gone.
Blair, I'm so sorry. But you have to be grateful that Star's all right.
Oh, I am. More than I can even say. I mean, my little girl was asleep. And there was a terrorist in that apartment. Death right downstairs just because of Todd. Oh, I've got to get her out of there.
Do it. I mean it. Push to get custody of Star. And do it now.
I'm going to call my lawyer.
Blair, I will help you every step of the way.
What I need to do is build a fortress to protect Star from Todd and his lawyers. And I think I know just how to do it.
I'm afraid a soak in a hot tub is no substitute for a good night's sleep, but...
Well, maybe not, but I sure feel a lot better. And thank you for getting me out of the hospital.
Well, you deserve it. I mean, you'd been there for hours. I mean, there was nothing more you could do, and thankfully, Mel is out of the woods.
Yeah. I forgot about Patrick for a little while.
Hey, Patrick wanted you to be happy. So keep that in mind.
Thank you for being such a good friend.
You make it a pleasure, Kelly.
So, I will go get changed and meet you back here.
Okay. Okay, take your time. I'm in absolutely no hurry.
Okay.
Hey! Oh, Maggie, I left a stack of bills back in the office.
No, get them later. Let's tell Ian the news.
What news?
It's over.
It's being...
What's been troubling you and Max? All right, I've had enough. I'm giving you the warehouse lot.
You what?
And in return, Max is going to give me an alternative piece of property where I can build my school and a partnership in your development deal. You won, all right? But hopefully I did too. Excuse me, am I missing something? I mean, isn't this the big opportunity the two of you have been waiting for?
Dorothy, your father is awake. In fact, he just said something to the nurse that turned her red. Dorothy, do not waste this opportunity. Your father is sober, he's awake, and he's immobile. What more could we ask? Go see him now.
Have you been praying for Dad?
Without ceasing.
Throw one in for me.
I swear, this was not a plot to make you visit me. Me getting shot, I mean. I'm glad it turned out this way. Luck of the Irish, I suppose.
Well, I guess I'm lucky too, Dad, that I didn't lose you for starters. Though God knows you came close enough, you scared us all to death. And I'm lucky you're not in a coma so that I can tell you that I love you. And I always have. That's why I've been cutting you out of my life. Because otherwise it gets too sad seeing you commit the longest suicide on record. I thought if I stayed away long enough, that maybe you would sober up enough to say, you know, I miss old Dorf, so why don't I spend a little time with her instead of this bottle, like there's much choice there. Boo's a very good friend, and your daughter, pain in the butt. And who the hell am I to make you choose between us anyway? I mean, I had no right to do that. I'm sorry. Or I would be if I weren't mad as hell at you for making me feel guilty. I mean, how do you pull that off? You're lucky, just like you said. You've got this gift.
Is that it? Don't hold anything back.
When I rehearsed it in my head, there was more, but I think you get the drift.
Yeah. Loud and clear. So, where do I frame a response? Maybe I love you. Maybe there. Can that be the one thing you never doubt? Even though I know I always make you feel like you come in second best to my drinking.
Yeah, but I set myself up for that. I mean, I'm the one who made it either or. Those are my rules, not yours. And I lost.
It's any consolation, Dorf. I haven't had a drink since I saw you in New York. Not to say I'd object if that were a very dry martini drifting into my veins. I'm not a new man, that's for sure. And I can't promise what I'll say or do when I get out of here. But at the moment, I'm pure as the driven snow. And being a driven man, that's the best I have to offer.
Well, you know what they say in those 12-step groups you look down at.
If I hear the words, one day at a time, I swear I will rip this ivy out, and you will have to watch your father's naked posterior disappearing down the hall in search of the nearest bar stool.
Dad, analysis was part of my psychotherapy training, but seeing your naked posterior would put me right back on the couch, so I promise not to 12-step you.
Good.
And we can move on to other things like, how did you get in here? How did you end up in the line of fire?
It was an accident.
Of course, there are no accidents, but if I say that, you'll rip out your IV and we'll be dealing with the bare bottom again with innocent bystanders screaming.
Wait. You saying that my threats are empty?
I'm saying you don't have to threaten me. I don't want a confrontation. I don't want anything, Daddy. I just am really happy that you're alive. Okay, I'm a little confused. I thought this was the perfect compromise. You guys would get the warehouse lot, I would get a place for my school, and the three of us would work as partners. Unless that's the problem. You don't want me aboard.
No. It would be wonderful to have you working alongside us. I didn't know that's what you wanted. Is it?
Well, what I wanted was a school in the heart of East Llanview. You know, where I could make a difference and teach kids how to make their dreams come true. But that didn't work out. I'm not that good of a role model. My dream is a bunch of rubble, pile of ashes. But I can't afford to rebuild. You guys can. So please, let me be a part of it.
You trust us to do something that you could be proud of?
What, my brother and the man that I love? Absolutely. So, partners?
Deal.
You won't be sorry, I promise. I'll see ya.
Where are you going? Okay.
I'm gonna go say hello to the twins. I'll be back. Yeah.
You bloody coward. You didn't have the guts to tell her, did you?
No, I didn't.
Not only did you deceive her, but when she was at her weakest, you made her an offer that she couldn't refuse, so that you could get your hands on her property, which is really all that you wanted, wasn't it? So I suppose the moral of that is, if you want something and you've got a problem, just burn down the building.
But you know that is not what I meant to do, and... Look, you may think I'm taking advantage of her, but the way I see it, I'm trying to make up for what I did to her, okay? She's gonna have the perfect place to build her school, and she's gonna be partners in our company.
She is getting everything but the truth.
Ian, did you notice? She's happy. She's even excited about the future. She's gonna have the perfect place for her school. She's gonna be able to build it. She's gonna be able to work with us. Do you really want to spoil all that?
Don't you get it? It already has been spoiled. I mean, do you honestly think that Maggie won't eventually find out what you did? And then, what is she going to feel about the man whom she loves?
Hi, Max.
Kelly!
You decided not to change.
No, look, let's just go. I'll wait for you in the lobby.
Bye.
What do you want from me?
I want you to ignore the advice I gave you, that you let go of whatever it was with you and Patrick. You are totally incapable of letting anything go, as am I. Pretending that we are is not helping us.
Okay. You almost got yourself killed yesterday trying to save my daughter. And for that, I owe you.
Wait, you think I did that just for you? Sorry, pal. But I think I am in love with your little girl. Okay? At the very least, I am totally committed to her. She is part of my life now. She is part of my family now. And for better or for worse, so are you. And that means if you're in trouble, which you are, then so am I. And I am scared, Todd, because I don't know what it is that's after us, you, me, and Star. You owe me something? Then tell me what it is my family is up against.
Kara's gonna try to fit me in tomorrow.
Wonderful. I mean, she's got to feel confident that she can win custody of Star for you once again. I mean, just look at you. You're completely recovered, and on the other hand, people are being killed in Star's custodial parents' home.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna get Star back, and I'm gonna keep her this time, and I'm gonna get as much money as I can in my hands to protect her from Todd for the rest of her life.
Ian.
You bet.
I hesitate to ask, but have you thought about Kelly?
Kelly doesn't need a billionaire. I do. Besides, Kelly's just flirting. It's not like I'm breaking up some great romance or anything.
Don't overlook the fact that Ian just might have an opinion in all this.
Dorian, you just give me a little time and I will have Ian on his knees begging me to marry him.
Do you love him?
I love Todd. Look where it got me.
Point well taken. What does Ian get in the deal?
A stunning trophy wife, of course. I am prepared to make Ian Armitage the happiest man alive if he is able to protect Star from Todd and pay back my family and me for everything Todd has done.
I hope you include Mel in that. Your ex nearly got Mel killed.
I know.
You know, all the time I was in the hospital waiting, I kept getting this picture in my mind over and over again. Mel falling, all that blood.
Dorian, Mel is going to be all right.
I wish I were with him now. But his mother and his daughter are there with him, and I think they minded my hovering.
Oh, they said that?
Maybe I'm projecting.
So what do you think about Mel's mother? I mean, I still cannot believe that she is actually the Dr. Maud. I mean, can you imagine growing up with an expert on sex as your mother?
Well, I can assure you that Mel is not in the least bit intimidated in that particular area. Besides, Mare, as he likes to call her, is quite charming. She's warm and funny and smart, like mother, like son. His daughter, though, well, Dorothy just might be a handful.
Lying here in bed being fussed over by charming women is not the most terrible thing there is. Just don't think I would have chosen this particular way to get your attention. And now that I have, I assume you and Mare have met my friend, Dorian Lord.
Yes, we have.
And?
Well, I think Mare had a nice conversation with her.
And?
Her niece, Kelly, is very pretty.
And?
The doctor told me not to worry yet. You know, I should probably go.
Dorf, let's not dance around this. You met Dorian. What do you think of her?
I think I hate her.
Oh.
Dad.
No, I'll live. I'll live. Just, if you could take that knife out of my back that you just planted there.
You asked me what I thought of Miss Lord. I told you.
Well, I can't expect you to like the woman just because I do. But she's become part of the scene, Dorf. So can I tell you why?
No. Just like your bare backside, that's another thing I don't want to think about.
You remember that 63 Beetle I used to drive around until it literally shimmied apart?
The one we called the Fume Mobile?
Yeah. I used to make fun of that car. Till I bought a new one. A sexy second-hand Mustang. But you decided to hate for no apparent reason. You wouldn't even drive around in that Mustang with me. That's how invested you were in hating it. Just because you'd formed an attachment to that Beetle I was trading.
Is there a point to this story?
Please. Honey, don't invest in hating Dorian.
She's a sexy Mustang? Then who's the beat-up old bug? My mother?
That's a long, long way from what I meant. I didn't trade in your mother. She died. And I miss her. All the time.
I do too. That's why when I think about somebody replacing her, it just... I'm not ready for that. But I guess that's my problem, right? It's not yours. Maybe we can just, you know, come up with a compromise. You know, you just give me a little time, and I will keep an open mind to Dorian. Dad, I'm sort of apologizing. Hello? We survived.
Well, survival's good work for one day.
He's sleeping now.
Good. Then maybe we should take the time and get some rest ourselves.
What are you doing? I'm not going to let Todd take anything else away from me, and that includes my job.
You mean to tell me you are going to that office to work beside that monster?
Dorian, it won't be for long, because once I have landed Ian, see, I will have the pick of the Armitage papers, where I will be second in command, where I will make all of the shots, and then I will show the Sun what a real newspaper can be. Oops. What in the keys? Oh. Blair. Kelly. Hello, Ian.
Hello.
How's Mel?
Oh, I don't know. When we left, he was doing better, but that was a while ago.
You see, Ian thought that Kelly could use a break. Wasn't that considerate of him?
Yeah, he went to Serenity Springs.
Well, just briefly, now, I would like to know how you're doing. I mean, it must have been hell last night with Star in the middle of all that carnage.
Yes, it was horrible. 2 men being gunned down in her daddy's apartment.
Innocence has its rewards. I know you must be very relieved about Mel.
Yes, I am. And I really should be getting back to him now.
And I should let you go. But thank you for a wonderful morning.
Ah, well, you're more than welcome. Please don't hesitate to let me know if there's anything that I can do to help.
Thank you, Ian.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Can I say please?
Don't count on it.
All right, now. We're all exhausted. We're all upset. Let's not make it any worse.
Oh, I wouldn't dream of doing that.
Thank you for your self-control.
You are welcome.
Blair, may I offer one small word of advice?
Well, like I could stop you?
Concentrate your emotional energy on getting custody of Star. Don't waste it on a battle with Kelly over Ian. You've got plenty of time for that.
If Kelly gets in my way with Ian, I will squash her like a bug. And I'm willing to bet that our dear Ian won't even notice.
There's nothing to say about Patrick. He's dead. Bad guys are gone. It's all over.
You still don't understand, do you? I am on your side. I want to help you, Todd, but I need to know more. And I swear to you, I will not tell anyone. I'm your lawyer. You pay me to keep your secrets. And I'm your wife. I can't be compelled to testify against you.
There's nothing for me to tell you.
Okay. Don't tell. I'll do the telling. You just tell me if I'm wrong. Let's start at ground zero. You want to hurt Patrick any way you know how. So you go digging around for something, and you find something. He was somehow involved in Lord Whiting's murder. Now, this is where I take my first big leap. And I've watched you, and I've listened. And I think you know a lot more than you've ever admitted about the Armitage bombing.
Go on.
So, knowing what you know about Lord Whiting's murder and seeing the perfect opportunity to set Patrick up, I think you might have planned the bombing on the Armitage yacht.
All right. As long as we're playing this game. Maybe it was an accident that Armitage got killed. Maybe he wasn't supposed to be anywhere near the yacht that blew up.
Well, if that's what happened, that's truly horrible.
Yeah, you got that right.
So, wait, stay with me here. Patrick has an alibi, and so all charges are dropped, but you are still determined to get him. So, the Sun keeps on the Whiting story, and you stir things up with the Armitage papers until the Irish authorities decide to reopen the Whiting case and question Patrick. Now, this is where it gets a little murky.
Well, don't stop now. It's just getting interesting.
Okay. You waited for several days for a very important phone call, as if you knew something bad was going to happen. Then one day before Patrick was questioned, two crazy gunmen come to town and start shooting everybody. I think you knew that. I think you knew that, and for some reason it was out of your control and you got scared, and that's why you wanted you, me, and Star to leave town. Obviously, you weren't fast enough. So Mahoney shows up in our living room, ready to kill you and everyone else because you know just as much as Patrick does about the crime they committed.
You have a terrific imagination.
It's just a hypothesis. And it doesn't begin to explain why you hated Patrick as much as you did. But if it's the reason for all of this disaster, and your daughter could have died because of it, it must have been a heavy burden to carry.
If that's how things happened.
Thank you for letting me do that. I'm still frightened, but at least it makes more sense now.
Delgado, I didn't tell you a thing.
I think you did. I think you told me that, you're beginning to trust me. Or is that just, something else I'm imagining?
A genuine gem. Lisa McCree, Charlie Gibson. Good Morning America. Check it out.
What do you want I trust you with my kid, all right? The one person in the world that I care about. I mean, how much more trust do you want from me?
Okay, so I make the cut as a babysitter. I was thinking of something else.
What do you want my trust for anyway? I mean, it's an overrated concept. I mean, what do you really get with trust?
A little comfort, maybe? The feeling that you're not totally alone?
Whatever. So now what? I mean, now that your theory has me responsible for killing a couple of people.
Listen, I am not judging you, Todd. I am trying to understand.
Oh, yeah, that would be a first.
Why should I beat you up? You do a very good job of that all by yourself.
Years of practice.
Don't you ever just want to give it a rest?
Yeah. We took that trip. Almost.
You mean when we were going to hide out? That's not exactly my idea of a vacation. On the other hand...
What?
We could take a vacation now. You, me, and Star. Where would Star want to go?
Star? She'd probably want to go, you know, that place with the big rodent and the flying teacups.
Well, what do you think?
Can you really see me in the happiest place on Earth? I'd rather take out my small intestines with a cocktail fork.
Yeah, that figures.
All right, come on, let's do that, yeah.
You mean it?
Yeah. Hey, you pick a coast, any coast. We'll go to the biggest theme park in the world. Hey, Shorty, guess what?
Do you know what this means? Leslie was signing to Frankie. You're a meanie.
Were they fighting?
Oh, they got over it. Frankie just caught the water wings.
Water wings? What, were they in the pool?
No, they were playing under the dining room table.
Oh, right, yeah.
Hey, what's wrong?
You knew Patrick better than I did. I was just thinking about how 1 minute is here and the next,
Yeah, it's gonna take some time to get past that.
Yeah, but you know the selfish part is when the guns were blasted and Patrick and Mel went down, I kept thinking it could have been you. I could have lost you.
Yeah, but you didn't. I'm still here. And you're still upset, which makes me wonder,
What?
Are you sure you're okay with the three of us working together? I mean, I know you said that we could work together without driving each other crazy, but if you've had a change of heart, Max, just let me know, okay? It's not going to bother me. I don't want anything to come between us. I mean, I can find another project to work on. I can't find another you.
You know what's scary? Every day I ask myself what I did to deserve such a wonderful woman like you, and I can't find the answer. Maggie, I didn't think I'd ever be able to love again, and you taught me how. Oh, you taught me so many things. Your passion, your stubbornness, your warmth. That incredibly beautiful face. The smell of your hair.
Oh, the love of my life, and you are babbling. Not that I mind what you're saying at all, but what's really going on, Max?
I've been thinking about you, about me, about us. Together, forever. Will you marry me?
The Thursday exclusive.
You want to get married? Oh, Max, do you remember how long it took us to get to this point? I mean, just to be friends and lovers and... I mean, this is a major accomplishment for us. And I want to keep going. I want to keep loving each other and yeah, I want to get married eventually someday. Oh, gosh. But it's always been in the back of my mind. I just didn't think you were in any big hurry. And I really wasn't either, so, why? Why here? Why now?
Well, because it just hit me right here, right now. I can't live without you. And listen, you say yes, and I will do this proposal the way it's supposed to be done. You know, with candlelight and champagne, diamond rings so big you'll have to wear shades.
Oh, Max. I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. I'm still reeling off what happened yesterday.
Well, say yes because of what happened yesterday, because everything could just be ripped away in a heartbeat. Everything you care about. Just say yes, because all we can do in this life is hold on to the people we love. How can you do that, please? Will you please just say yes? Just one little word.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh. Oh, sorry. Excuse me.
No, Ian, you have to hear the most amazing news.
Are you sure you're ready to spread the word?
Are you kidding? My twin, he probably already knows telepathically.
I'm afraid reception's a bit hazy today. What news?
Max and I are getting married.
Oh, well, that's incredible. When did this happen?
Just a moment ago, he asked, and I accepted.
Just like that?
Just like that.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you. Oh, God.
Congratulations. Thank you. Well, have you set a date?
No, we haven't even had the official proposal yet.
Tonight at the Palace.
At the Palace. I should probably go call Renee and reserve a table.
Great, and you tell her I'll be checking in with her because I want all the bells and whistles.
Oh, bells and whistles. Okay.
Okay.
Bye. Oh.
My God, you move fast when you need to.
I don't know what you mean.
It's just a coincidence, this proposal. Asking for a major commitment now, So that it's just that much more difficult for her to walk away from you when she finds out what you've done.
I proposed to Maggie because I love her. So would you back off?
Oh, I am backing way off. Because my sister is the only thing in this world that I care about, and I will not be a part of you using and manipulating her. So, I am out.
Out of what?
If you want to play hardball with Asa Buchanan on the waterfront, you can go right ahead. Because I have nothing left to prove, not to Asa, not to my father, not to anyone, and I don't want to have any part of it.
We have a deal. You can't just take your money and walk away.
Watch me. If my sister wants to marry you, I can't stop her. But I can tell you where you and I stand. And our business relationship is over.
I was on my way to the office when I drove by the park and saw Star there.
Look, we had a deal. You want to see Star, you got to make an appointment.
There may not be an appointment to make if Star is gunned down by one of your colorful acquaintances.
Oh, that's real funny. Ha, ha. You think this is something to joke about?
What happened in your apartment last night was horrible. And what if it happens again, Todd, and Taya's not here? You saved my daughter's life. And I'll never forget that. But you don't know what it's like to wonder, what if it happens again?
Actually, I do know. I consider Star part of my family now.
Well, she's not. She's my flesh and blood, not yours.
I understand that.
Here you go. Hey, you know what? Daddy has a big surprise for you. We're gonna take you on a special trip to a magical place.
Are you going away after all?
Yes. We are going away, just the three of us. So you'll still have your paid vacation.
And we'll all have a wonderful time.
You do that. And you take a lot of pictures so you can remember what Star looks like. Because when I come back, I'm going to sue for sole custody. And this time the judge will see you for the murdering psychopath that you are. Goodbye, sweetheart.